and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, please take your seats as the Global Force Wrestling presents to you live across the world. And it's being held in front of 7,930 people at the Mass Mulat Centre. Hello guys, welcome back. We promised you this, so we are now on the road to our biggest show yet, Bound for Glory on WrestleMania. So we open up tonight in the pre-show bout with a decent wrestle with a little heat. Foley defeated Vader in 8:25 by pin for the double arm on TEW. And that's the quality of the match. Colour commentary the match on Boost. Vader 55, Mick 46, no worker improvements, but 56C minus, not bad. 67C plus in a decent pre-show. The Half Foundation, the Express, Lightning Express defeated the Freebirds and the Midnight Expressman. Jim Nidiot and Hart defeated Michael Haynes by pinfall with an anvil flatliner. Tim Horner was really off his game. That's quality of the match. Colour commentary gave the match a boost. Horner 41, Armstrong 47, Nadine Hart 62, Brett 74, Eaton 65, Stan Lane 59, Michael Haynes 64, Terry Gordy 70, Bobby Eaton and Michael Haynes improving in something, Eaton in performance and Haynes in rumble. 27C plus, not bad at all. Next up we get 52D plus and a pre-show bout for a decent wrestling but a little heat. Stephen Regal, Owen Hart, Pillman, Jarrett defeated Eddie Guerrero, Smiley, Robbie Brookside and Shawn Michaels in 7:52 when Stephen Regal defeated Eddie Guerrero. Eddie Guerrero's getting back with his gimmick and has quality to the match. Colour commentary gave the match a boost. Michaels 56, Brookside 38, Smiley 37, Guerrero 45, Jeff Jarrett 47, Brian Pillman 52, Owen Hart 53 and Stephen Regal a 48. And look at these improvements, holy crap. Eddie Guerrero improving in technical, Eddie Guerrero in performance, Owen in performance, Pillman in performance, Brookside in improving in performance. Regal in rumble, technical and performance. So you've got Regal, Owen and Pillman and Brookside. All improving in that match, which is great to see. Just going to quickly clean my glasses because I can't see. I am at the moment watching Triple Mania on Twitch. So if you didn't know, it is available on Twitch without subscribing in English, which is run by the AAA, the Mexican company. So yeah, this is a proof. I did this mention to prove we have got some weird facts that we've got more faces, more face in the heels. So, but I'm not going to change because if I do that, then someone's going to come back and we'll have to change someone from heel to face. So in a decent pre-show match, Larry Zbyszko, Snooker and Henning defeated Hall, Simon Slot and The Undertaker, and Jimmy Snooker defeated Scott Hall by Super Half Flash. Jimmy Snooker's getting back his gimmick. Slaughter was seemed off his game. Paul Bader, good work on and that's called a match. Colour commentary in the match boost. Henning 69, Snooker 73, Zbyszko 69, Gunzoka 50, Simon Slot 68, Scott Hall 50. No working groups. Yeah, I'm going to keep that to the pre-show, that people won't see that on TV because it wouldn't make sense. And if it's a pay-per-view like Bound for Glory, it'd just be face versus face in a singles match. And we get another 100A star for our opening angle. Before I read it, so Hulk Hogan did a massive job with improvisation action effects for the crowd. Randy Savage did announce quality lift the segment. The colour commentary gave the match segment a boost. Got the show off to a strong start. Got the crowd hot. Hogan was a real star. Savage came out looking excellent. And the storyline is advancing 8 heat. So yeah, this is what I was reading this for first. Is the first time ever the colour commentary and announcing didn't get penalised for not being very good. So obviously getting good announcing now. So Hulk comes out. Hulkamaniacs, we are live in the UK and Europe tonight. Channel 4 and Eurosport have signed a deal with Jesse to show this product, and all pay-per-views will be shown on their pay-per-view provider. I can't remember the name of it. Which brings on to my point. Tonight we're only 4 weeks away from Bound for Glory and the ladder match, brother. You see, Randy Savage knocked me out last night. You see, in 4 weeks I'll win my championship back, brother. There'll be no more Randy Savage in charge, brother. So yeah, he's like, he's going, okay, Randy Savage is, he's annoyed, so he doesn't know what he's saying, but he's saying that Savage because he's got the belt. He's in, he's running the company, because he's got the main championship. Dusty Rhodes in the world title, second to him, You seem angry. You want to know something? I like the idea. You see, the first of a ladder match. I might hate these fans, but there's something I love. Is this company is ahead of its time. You see, I'll face you in a ladder match for that championship. You see, we have to climb a ladder. That means weapons are illegal. I'll use everything I can get my hands on. You see, Hogan, this battle's been building up since you won your first WWF championship. You think you're the figurehead of this company, but got no bout to prove it. Don't matter, brother, because I will win. See how Hogan go, yeah, I'm going to win. Savage going to go, I'm winning. And I just throw Miss Elizabeth on screen. She wasn't rated on anything. She wasn't part of the angle. She was just there. We sat on Savage's arm, basically. We open up tonight in a Belvad decent match in the crowd, but subpar wrestling. Lance Van Erich defeated Rocky Johnson in 5:57 by a pinfall the pile driver. A 49D plus, and that's quite listed the match. Could have get the match of boost. Van Erich 30, Johnson 60, Lance Van Erich improving in Rumble. Not bad at all. We then move on to a 44D in a poor match. Mighty Genetic defeated Sid Vicious by a pinfall the Rocker Drop. And that's quality lifted the match. The Colour Commentary gave the match a boost. Genetti 42, Vicious 39. No work improvements, but a 44D. And we move on to our next big angle of the night. So Mick comes out and goes, as Hogan said on the top of the show, we're only 4 weeks away from Bound for Glory. You see, I've got a Buried Alive match. You see, I'm not afraid of you. You might collect souls with your own, but my soul is not pure. You see, in some of the bloodiest battles in Japan. You see, I've been in some of the bloodiest battles in Japan. You see, I'm not scared of you. I will bleed. I will bury you alive. The lights flick on and off, and you see Paul Bearer and the Undertaker stand on the top of the entrance ramp, and then see Paul about to speak. Oh yes, you might not be afraid, but we will be taking you. Oh yes, my Undertaker will not be buried alive. You can't bury the undead. Oh no, it's time for you to know my Undertaker's powers. So with that, blue liquid comes from nowhere and covers Mick. The lights flick on and off again, and Mick's covered in all this blue goop, which is why I was on the pre-show, and Paul and Taker are gone. And he goes, what the hell is going on in this place? Not only does he pop up when he likes, but now he's covering people in liquid. Oh my god, this Taker and Paul are batshit crazy. I'm loving it. Let's hope they take Mick out for 2 months too. So yeah, you remember they took out Sting for 2 months. So you know the performance of Undertaker was good. Paul Bearer performed poorly. So people are hoping that Bobby's going, I hope they get rid of him for the same amount of time. And then in a decent match, the Ultimate Warrior defeated Arn Anderson in 7:44 by pinfall the Big Splash. And that's quality of the match. The colour commentary in the match boost Arn Anderson 55, Ultimate Warrior 48, no work improvements of 58 C minus, not bad. And then in 65C we see Brett and Jim Nadine Hart in the back. And they've just been caught up with some random interviewer, not Gene Oakland, because we're not using him this week. He'll be appearing next week. Brett, in 4 weeks' time, the biggest show of the year, we face the British Bulldogs for the Global Force Tag Team Championships. You see, since the tag teams came to Global Force, it's been the Bulldogs versus Hearts. That's had people talking. You see, WWF and JCP ain't got nothing on this company. We've got the stars and the best wrestlers in the world. And at Bound for Glory, me and Jim will show you why we're the best. Then Jim takes over and goes, the Hart family is a name people know in the business. We'll prove who is the best. And for the people who don't know who we are, in the UK and Europe, we are the tag team who left the WWF with the belts for the Greenfields and we found it. But the Bulldogs won't let us have it. It's time for the Bulldogs to roll over for a dog treat and let us have the belts. See you at Bound for Glory. So yeah, Jim going, roll over. Let us have, here's a dog treat. Roll over. Let's have the belts. And 65C for that. And then the Phantom Sting comes out in a decent match. The Phantom Sting defeated Truly Blanchard in 7:47 by a pinfall. The Phantom Sting wins the AWA International Television title. And that's quality of the match. Colour commentary in the match of boost. Phantom Sting 48, Truly Blanchard 16, no work improvements. A 55 C minus, not bad at all. I quite enjoyed this match. I booked it so that the Phantom Sting would look, come out here. Because the problem is we've only got 1, 2, 3, 4 title matches. Our United States and our other main event title are in this match, and then this would be in that match as well. So I've kind of took it off Truly just so that it'll be on the line. And we have mucked up big time. Oh dear. Right, we'll sort that out in a minute. So in a bout of good wrestling and decent match of the crowd, the Bulldogs defeated the Bushwhackers in 5:48, and David Boy Smith defeated Butch Miller by pinfall with a clean lift and diving headbutt. Bulldogs make defence number 8 of the Global Force Tag Team titles. The colour commentary going to match a boost. They've got the crowd hotter. Luke Williams 53, Butch Miller 50, Dynamite Kid 84, David Boy 84. No worker improvements of 77B, not bad. This match was meant to happen after the Phantom Sting match. So after the match, he's, holding the title going, I won the belt, the Phantom of Global Force has won his belt. And then Sid Vicious comes in and beats him down. So at Bound for Glory, Sting will be booked against Vicious. I had this match planned anyway, but I thought if I do it for the belt, it makes more sense. Even though Sting might not be the champion at the event, but that will be happening. Because he has to defend. I've now decided that the AWA World Television title will be defended on every single show, as the television titles were in these. That's what they were for at this time and age. So in a decent match, the Von Erichs defeated the Rock and Roll Express in 7:55 when Mike Von Erich defeated Robert Gibson by pinfall, illegally using the ropes for leverage. Mike Von Erich was the elite rank. So the injury he was working through took a big toll. The Nats got lifted match, colour commentary going the match boost. Gibson 62. Ricky Morton 62, Mike Von Erich 27, and a 60 for Kevin. Mike Von Erich improving the performance. Yeah, he's going to have it for at least 9 months, so we're just going to keep working for him. He was also wasted on drugs, so we might see these two Von Erichs vanish. Or one of the Von Erich vanish, and then Lance Von Erich might take over as, the tag team or something. I don't know yet. So yeah, Terry Funk gets retribution after last night defeating Jerry Lawler in 8:19 by a pin with a pile driver in a 79B. Terry Funk seemed off his game. The colour country going to match boost. Funk 76, Lawler 74. No work improvements. And we move on. Ted DiBiase and Ricky Steamboat. They're in the back. They have a heated conversation and eventually comes to blows. So yeah, we will suspend both guys because they're brawling in the back. As Gene Oakland will find out, and that will be they won't be there next week. What I will do is after tonight I will suspend them, give them a week off, because I was going to do that anyway, and they won't be on next week's show. So yeah, because of the rules. The rules will go before the Gene Oakland said no fighting in the back. And in a good match, Nikolai Volkov defeated DiBiase in 8-6 by pinfall Russian Sickle after distraction for the Steamboat. That's quality for match. Club Comms getting the match a boost. Nikolai Volkov 68, Ted DiBiase 69. Everyone has a priceless advance for this segment. Next, please. In a 76B minus in a bout that had fantastic and great wrestling, Bob Orton Jr. and Steamboat defeated King Kong Bundy and the Andre the Giant 8-4 when Steamboat defeated Andre by a pin with a flying karate chop. Collar Contra gave the match a boost. Steamboat 80, Orton Jr. 76, Andre 80, King Kong Bundy 69, and no work improvements. And then we have our main event. The biggest rivalry, the rivalry put Global Force, this company, on the map. Hogan versus Flair is happening tonight in our main event. It gets an 83B, an exceptional match. Ric Flair defeated Hulk Hogan in 1945 by submission after interference from Randy Savage. Ric Flair had a ring performance of 90. Hogan had a ring performance of 90. The Global Force Wrestling Championship still has a fantasy segment of velocity. No working improvements. So yeah, Ric Flair's going to be not challenging for the championship for over a year because of when the thing happened. But yeah, so Ric Flair's not allowed to go for the belts until either the World Championship belts until no way out next year. So 76B minus, Ric Flair celebrating in the ring about his win. Then Dusty comes in and just beats him down because they don't advance that storyline. And then in the pre-show match, Dusty Rhodes defeated Randy Savage in 24 minutes and 37 by a pin for the Bonnet elbow. Yeah, Savage and Mr. Elizabeth have great chemistry. Randy Savage had a in-ring performance of 94, Dusty 89, no work appearance 71C+. That won't go into the main show because it's post-show. An 82B across the board. We increased the popularity in 23 regions because we're now being shown to England. So our popularity in England should start rising. So we've got a good time slot on Channel 4. And we're also being shown on Eurosport. And I do have a international pay-per-view provider, so that just broadcasts to Britain and Europe. So our pay-per-views will also be shown out there now as well. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. We will see you next Monday night as Zamped starts hotting up, as we are only 3 weeks away from Bound for Glory. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Welcome back to Global Force Wrestling. This is out in front of 7,801 people at the Moby Arena. So yeah, another 100-day star angle. I've decided as we're on the road to Bound for Glory, I'm not going to do pre-shows because pre-show takes a lot of time to put in and to book, so there'll be no pre-show wrestling until after Bound for Glory. But we are going to have some announcements tonight, which I hopefully you guys will be excited for. And when I get to those announcements, I will be writing myself some notes. As you'll see, already in my notes at the moment is, so we can now. He's allowed to fight him in tag matches, so that can come out now. That's going to be scrapped. So at the moment, that's the only one we've got is Steamboat Losers. He'll be Ted's slave. We'll just save that ready for when we need it. So yeah, we're going to open up tonight a 100-day star angle. So I'm just going to read through this bit. The Ric Flair improvised well. They got the angle of shown star. This angle got the crowd hotter. Rhodes came off across well, and then the gained heat. So Dusty comes out. Stu Wick lost no more title shots to No Way Out next year. But in 3 weeks, we meet in the Lethal Lockdown, a match where my team meets his team. There are no rules, just a load of weapons. Randy said this company is bringing you awesome, new, exciting matches. The company is going global. So our fans in England and Europe can now enjoy this great show. I don't care what happens at Bound for Glory, as long as I get to kick the 4 horsemen's asses. They think they run this place. They think they're on the top. And then Rick comes out and goes, Stop. And as he comes out, the fans are booing him, and he goes, stop booing greatness. I am the greatest in-ring performer in this ring. WWF had a shit WrestleMania 3 because they had their scheduled matches had to be changed last minute. Thanks to Hogan coming here. Dusty, you had to crown a new NWA champion because I came here. I came here to get away from you. I can't stand you. And at Bound for Glory in 3 weeks, I will kick your ass. Because I am the jet flying, limo riding, chick fighting, son of a gun. Woo! Yep, and so, these two are starting to get on each other's back. And, as we know at Bound for Glory, it's going to be Ansett and Blanchard and Flair taking on Dusty, Rhodes, Shawn Michaels, and Mr. Perfect. And in our opening match of the night, when it comes up, gets a 77B and about very good wrestling and decent match of the crowd. The Hart Foundation defeated the Midnight Express at 7:36 when Jim Nadine Hart defeated Bobby Eaton by pin for the Heart Attack. Stan Lane and Bobby Eaton showed excellent chemistry and teaming together. The colour come together match boost. It's got the crowd hotter. Jim Nadine Hart 67, Bret Hart 78, Bobby Eaton 71, Stan Lane 68. The storyline has advanced with this segment. No worker improvements. A 77B, not bad. And in the 65C, after the match, they're celebrating, and it's Jim Cortez and not Jim Nadine, and they stop being down. Wait, no, it's Cortez again. Yep, in a decent match, the Phantom Sting defeated Lance Von Erich by pinfall. The Phantom Sting makes defense number 1 of his television title, which will be defended every week on telly from this point forward. He now has quality for the match. The colour commentary in the match of boost. Lance Von Erich 41, Phantom Sting 55. Not bad at all. In a 77B, in a superb match, Terry Funk defeated Truly Blanchard by pinfall. Pile Driver 78B, Truly Blanchard 69, Terry Funk 84. No worker improvements. In a 50D plus, we see Mick is acting strange. But then we see the lights all go light blue, and then the Undertaker's popping up in different, and Paul Bearer's laughing. We see Mick is heading for the entrance ramp for his next match. So yeah, Mick Foley's now starting to see stuff that isn't there. He's starting to see some very weird and wonderful things when actually there. So in about that decent wrestling, but didn't have much heat. The Lion Express defeated the Bushwhackers in 7:47 when Tim Horner defeated Butch Miller by pinfall the Royal Cradle. Now it's quality of the match. Colour commentary together match of boost. Tim Horner 46, Brad Armstrong 51, Luke Williams 55, Butch Miller 53. Butch Miller improving performance. I know that Tim Horner is now being managed by Randy Savage, so as a protege, so I don't know what's going on there. And in an extremely short match, Scott Hall defeated Mick Foley in 4:04 and Mick Foley got counted out. You know, he's still seeing these weird things. He doesn't look right. He's acting really strange in the ring. You know, so he, walks out and he walks to the back even though he's acting really weird and gets counted out. So Scott Hall gets a victory, 60C, not bad. And a 58C Martin about that had decent wrestling but didn't have much heat. Pillman defeated Mighty Gennett in 7:51 by pinfall while using the ropes leverages. He makes defence number 2 of the World Light Heavyweight title. The announced Killer Quality lifted the match. Killer Quality together the match with boosts. Both of them got a 52 in ring performance and no work improvements. 58C minus, not bad. A 78B in a good match. Hogan defeated The Undertaker in 1941 by pinfall big leg drop after distraction from Mick Foley. Paul Bear did good work at ringside. Hulk Hogan came out of the match looking good. The Undertaker 46, Hogan 94, and Undertaker improving in performance skills. The storyline advanced with this and gained heat. Just thought it might be nice for we did it on the house shows where we're trying to help on the Undertaker's popularity. So we'll do it now. Boost his popularity from the match. And a 51D plus as our general manager comes out. Okay, there's something I need to say after last week. Ted and Ricky Steamboat have been suspended for 1 week. I said if there's any fighting in the back, this would happen. Now, coming January will be our next UK special and will be live on TV. Also, I've been informed that this December, Final Revolutions will be our final pay-per-view of the year, which I'll sort out in a bit. Also, the AWA Light Heavyweight title is going to be given its own division next year. There will be a light heavyweight division for people to see the best action yet. So yeah, I decided that next year I will do a bit of a spending spree and I will make a light heavyweight division. Okay? It might debut in January, it might not, I don't know yet. So yeah, I'm also going to do, where is the... Actually, yeah, also coming to you live is a special Europe takeover happening in November, 2 weeks before our big event. So yeah, in November we're going to be doing a European special event. There'll be no angles on that because of language barriers. Europe takeover for November, UK for January. So yeah, there won't be any angles on there because of language barriers, but yes, so that's sorted. I'm also gonna November. This company is going global, and we're only just beginning. So yeah, they're like, we're going global, but it's only just beginning. Where to put December Final Revolution? It's just so I remember what I'm doing, what I said. I have got notes on my phone, but I'm gonna watch the No DQ Wrestling Trivia Challenge. Has been uploaded. I like that. So Final Revolutions as well. Save. So yeah, there you go, guys. So Gino Clinton making an announcement. Of course, Ted and Ricky Steamboat aren't in action. I didn't suspend them, but we do have them in an angle, hyping up Bound for Glory. Going, no, it's only 3 weeks away. Ted DiBiase versus Steamboat in a 2 out of 3 falls match. In a 77B, in a bout that had fantastic heat and great wrestling, Andre the Giant defeated Larry Zbyszko in 8-12 by pinfall the body slam. Zbyszko 74, Andre 77, a 77B. No worker improvements on the colour commentary going to match boost. Not a bad match there. In about that fantastic heat and great wrestling, Bob Orton Jr. defeated King Kong Bundy in 7:58 by pinfall of suplex. The match goes not enough selling on shown. The colour commentary getting a match boost. King Kong Bundy 67, Bob Orton Jr. 76. King Kong Bundy improving in performance. Hopefully that's the thing. And our main event of the night, I don't think it would have got a good rating. Holy shit, it did better than I thought this match was going to do. In an exceptional match, Dusty Rhodes defeated Jerry Lawler in 21:53 by pin for the Bionic Elbow. Dusty Rhodes makes defense number 4 of his AWA World Title and the same for the Global Force World Championship. The match because of not understanding so. Oh well. Jerry Lawler had a ring performance of 83. Dusty 94. No work improvements for an 82B in the main event. And of course, Ric Flair comes out and beats down Randy Orton. Yep, no Randy Savage this week. Savage wasn't there, but ladies and gentlemen, I will see you at the next Amped, which is we're now only 2 weeks away from the live event. Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, please take your seats as the Global Force Wrestling proudly brings to you The weekly episodic 2-hour television show, amped it's being held in front of 8,380 people at the Pine Bluff Center Arena. I think it's in Arkansas. So in a pre-show bout that had subpar wrestling a little heat, Sid Vicious defeated Eddie Guerrero and Smiley in 7:47. Vicious defeated Norman Smiley by pinfall with a powerbomb. 45D, not bad at all. Eddie Guerrero's getting better his gimmick. The announce quality lifts the match to colour commentary gave the match a boost. Guerrero 45, Vicious 38, Norman Smiley 38. No worker improvements. A 54C minus in a pre-show about that decent wrestler that didn't have much heat. Marty Jannetty defeated Brian Pillman in 8:21 by pinfall the Rocker Dropper. Now's quality lifted the match to colour commentary gave the match a boost. Jannetty 44, Pillman 54, Marty Jannetty improved in performance. A non-title match from between Marty Jannetty and Brian Pillman, but yeah, these two have been getting some good draws and good ratings, so I think they deserved another one. Next up, we have Jimmy Snuka in a decent pre-show match. Lance Von Erich defeated Snuka in 7:48 by pinfall the pile driver. Now's quality of the match. Colour commentary gave the match a boost. Snuka 70, Lance 42. Lance improved in performance of 50-60 minus. Not bad at all. Jeff Jarrett in a decent pre-show match. Jarrett defeated Larry Zbyszko in 7:44 by pinfall. Now's quality of the match. Colour commentary gave the match a boost. Jarrett 45, Larry 68. Jeff Jarrett improving in performance of 55C minus. Not bad. In a 72B in a pre-show, good pre-show match, Rocky Johnson defeated Kevin Von Erich in 8:21 by pinfall the Johnson Shovel. 72B minus. Now's quality to the match. The colour commentary gave the match a boost. 72 for Kevin. 59 for Johnson. No worker improvements. And a 66C plus in a decent pre-show match, Sergeant Slaughter and The Undertaker defeated the Midnight Express in 7:38 when Sergeant Slaughter defeated Bobby Eaton by pinfall. The Undertaker was a weak link trying to keep up with everyone else's performance. Oh well. Paul Bearer did some good work at ringside. The Undertaker's getting better his gimmick. Stanley and Bobby in turn showed excellent chemistry when taken together, and that's quality of the match. Colour commentary gave the match a boost. Bobby Eaton 69, Stan Lane 68, The Undertaker 55, Sergeant Slaughter 68, and The Undertaker improving in performance. And we open up the show with another 100A star, as we seem to be getting them a lot lately. That's a good cup of tea. So Randy, where was you last week? You're the champion, is all I've been hearing. I was doing press stuff for Bound for Glory because it's my job as champion. It's better than fighting here for you. You see this is a ladder. And me and Hogan are going to have to climb it to retrieve this my championship, which will be hanging above the ring, this ring. So obviously there's a ladder in the middle of the ring, you know. It is this which will prove WrestleMania was a fluke. Bound for Glory and make this place number one. You see, I am the champion. If this place gets the number one company in the world, it's because of me. So, because we are number 2 at the moment, so you know we are using this. So yeah, Hogan comes out and goes, "Oh brother, I thought you was bad, but this is terrible." When we become number one company in the world, it's because of the fans and great wrestlers in the back. Not you. I've been to loads of places. WWF is fun, but this place is on fire, brother. You see this ladder in the ring? Will not only be for climbing, but will be used as a weapon. You see this match will be dangerous, and you see your little bitch? She won't be able to help you. In 2 weeks, Randy, we go to war. You better be ready to fight. So Hogan really is starting to fire up the things now, calling Miss Elizabeth a bitch. Randy says, "I'm always ready to fight." He then pushes the ladder on Hogan. Then continues to beat him down, forcing a ladder onto him. And, you know, calling him every now and then, "Don't call Miss Elizabeth a bitch," you know. So Hulk Hogan prepared as well. Nelson Jim Ross was weak. Jesse Ventura and Bobby Heenan was pretty weak. Some got deserved better. And Nelson got off the strong start. The angle got the crowd hot. Performance of Randy Savage perfect. Hulk Hogan was a real star, and the storylines advanced. No work improvements. Let's just hope the match lives up to the hype. So in a decent wrestling match, but little heat, Scott Hall defeated Owen, and Owen Hart defeated Robbie Brookside and Mick Foley in 7:31 when Scott Hall defeated Mick Foley by pinfall the Razor's Edge. after a distraction from the Undertaker, who was not there. It's an Undertaker with Mick Foley screaming, "Oh my God, I can see him! I can see the Undertaker!" But we can't. No one else can see him apart from Mick Foley. Okay, so yeah, that's how we're advancing the storyline in this match. A 57C minus. Rory Brookside was Elite Link, struggling to keep up with everyone else's performance. Now it's quality to the match. Colour commentary getting the match of boost. Owen 57, Scott 53, Mick 50, Brookside 39. Owen Hart improving in performance. Another good match. We move on to. Okay, I do that if it comes up there. I know. So we move on to the next match. In a battle that decent wrestling but didn't have much heat, the Phantom Sting defeated Steven Regal in 8-4 by pinfall. Phantom Sting makes defense number 2 of his AWA International Television title. Phantom Sting's getting bonus given a NASCAR lift match. Colour commentary getting the match of boost. Regal 47, the Phantom Sting 56. No work improvements of 58C minus. This show is about the wrestling more than the advancing the storylines tonight, guys, by the way. So the Phantom Sting is celebrating his victory in the ring. Sid Vicious runs in and attacks him. Open their match up for 2 weeks' time. WrestleMania. In 78B, in an exceptional match, Ted DiBiase defeated Nikita Koloff in 7:58 by pinfall. Colour commentary on the match of boost. The match got the crowd hot. 75 for Nikolai, Ted DiBiase 86. New worker improvements. In a decent match, Giant Haystacks debuts from England. I think he did wrestle for a very short period with WCW, and he was known as Loch Ness, so we've brought him in quite early on to America. So in a decent match, Giant Haystacks defeated the Ultimate Warrior by pinfall and elbow pin drop pin. The Ultimate Warrior was really off his game. Giant Haystacks debuts Giant Gimmick. He's got an initial rating of average for the match, because I'm not selling. I thought that would be the case. Now it's quite a lift match. The colour commentary again, the match of boost. The Ultimate Warrior had a ring performance of 52. Giant Haystacks 46, no worker improvements. 54C minus, not bad. In a 78B, in a superb match, Terry Funk and the Rock and Roll Express and the Hart Foundation defeated Andre the Giant, the Fabulous Freebirds, and the British Bulldogs in 8:25 when Terry Funk defeated Michael Haynes by pinfall the pile driver. Colour commentary gave the match a boost. Dynamite Kid 78, Dave Boy 78, Michael Haynes 72, Terry Gordy 81, Andre 81, Funk 87, Jim 62, Brett 76, Robert Gibson 67, Ricky Morton 65, and the tag team storyline has advanced a segment and gained heat. In a 65C, Ric Flair, Bench Johnson attacks Shawn Michaels. In the ring, he was about to cut a promo about the match, but he didn't get a chance because he's got 3 guys come in the ring and beat him down. Hyping up the Lethal Lockdown. Then a video plays hyping up the match for the pay-per-view, Bound for Glory, which I don't know if this match will open up the night, but the Mick Foley versus The Undertaker. And then a 77B, an exceptional match. Bob Orton Jr. defeated Jerry Lawler in 5:49 by pinfall of suplex. Colour commentary again, the match boost. Bob Orton Jr. 77, Jerry Lawler 84. No work improved. See, I don't know why WWE never used him in ring, because he's pretty good in ring, Jerry Lawler, actually. Seems to good ratings. In a decent match, Vader defeated Doink the Clown in 7:53 by pinfall the powerbomb, and it is Matt Bourne playing Doink the Clown in the company. Okay, guys? So Doink has debuted his badass gimmick. He's got a initial rating of below average. Now it's quite a little match. Colour commentary going to match boost. Doink had a performance of 52. Vader 56. Work improvements. Doink's improved performance. I wasn't going to do the typical gimmick for Doink where he's, the clown playing practical jokes. He's going to be a badass clown. He's on about taking out all the big guys. He's not fair. Doink was wasted on drugs. Okay, we'll have to sort that out later. So the Phantom Sting and Sid Vicious have a heated conversation, but don't come to blows in the locker room, because Sting's, gone to him like, "Why did you tap me?" and he won't answer. So in a decent match, the Lightning Express defeated the Bushwhackers when Team Honor defeated Luke Williams by pinfall the Rolling Cradle. 62C. Now it's quite a different match. Colour commentary going to match a boost. Tim Horner 50, Brad Armstrong 57, Luke Williams 58, Butch Miller 58. Butch Miller improving in Rumble and performance, not bad at all. And then we have the tag title storyline advance. We, hyping up that match. Same Bound for Glory in 2 weeks. We're getting close now, so we're going to do as many hype videos as you want. And in your main event of the evening, an 82B, in a bout that had superb wrestling and great heat, Dusty Rhodes, Kurt Hennig, Shawn Michaels, and Hulk Hogan defeated Randy Savage, Ric Flair, Trudy Blanchard, and Arn Anderson in 25 minutes 22 when Hulk Hogan defeated Arn Anderson by pin with a big leg drop. Randy Savage had great chemistry. Arn Anderson 60, Truly 71, Ric Flair 91, Randy Savage 94, Hogan 95, Shawn Michaels 58, Hennig 72, Dusty Rhodes 94. All the storylines advanced for that segment. Shawn Michaels improving technical. So yeah, that's the two major matches. We've got a great card, but this match and this match are the two major matches for the pay-per-view. We've got some great matches, but these are the two major matches people are probably going to tune in for. So before we do a massive four-way tag for the trainer, which will be fun. And then in a superb post-show bout, King Kong Bundy defeated Ricky Steamboat in 14:40 by pin with a big splash. King Kong Bundy getting better his gimmick. King Kong Bundy 69, Ricky Steamboat 82. No work improvements, and we end the show tonight with a 80B. Not bad at all. Increase the popularity in 22 regions. So yeah, guys, we'll see you next week with the go home before Bound for Glory. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, please take your seats as the Global Force Wrestling brings to you the last edition of Amped before our biggest show ever, Bound for Glory. We are live tonight in front of 13,749 people at the Blue Cross Arena. And what the hell is going on? Jim Crockett Jr. has arrived. And yeah, he has a massive promo to start the show off tonight, so we're going to get on with it. What the hell are you doing here? I'll tell you what. Today is a sad day in wrestling. Today is the day the NWA died as an alliance. You see, Global Force Wrestling now own the rights to the NWA and have shut it down. But why? Why are you on your show? You're at war with them. I hear you cry. As many of you know, JCP was the sole holder of the NWA, and we controlled it. But when Dusty, Rick, and our stars left, we lost money. We declared on Raw Global Force Wrestling to show how pissed off we was, which was me actually, but we've made him look like he did it. But we just went into more debt. You see, this past Saturday I met with Jesse and I sold everything to him. Global Force Wrestling now in JCP and the NWA. And this Sunday they'll crown their NWA champion. The NWA will live on, but the alliance is dead. My friends, their editing has just changed for the better or worse, I don't know. If there's one thing I can agree on, is that I will work with Jesse to take Vince out. I've been given permission to do this, so welcome your NWA United States champion, Lex Luger, to the ring for his match. So yeah, we've took two contracts. A few contracts from the show. I forgot to minimise this, as per usual. So I'll do that now. But yeah, I'm not going to show you. But Lex Luger is a heel, by the way. The fans won't, the fans don't like him because he's from, Jim Crockett. So in a decent match, Lex Luger defeated Nikolai Volkov in 8:06 by pinfall. Luger makes defense number 2 of his NWA United States Heavyweight Champion title, which got a 69C+. Luger debuted his old school heel gimmick. It's going to rated great. The announced quality lifted match. The colour commentary gave the match a boost. The match crowd hotter. So Nikolai Volkov is 64. Luger 63. Because we brought him in and we took the NWA United States title, his defence over in the other in Jim Crockett stays on. That's why it's defence number 2. In a 56C, in a decent match, Michaels defeated Trudy Blanchard ahead of their match this Sunday in 7:57 by Sweet Chin Music. Shawn Michaels makes defense number 2 of his unified United States title. There is hardly any major angles on tonight's show apart from the opening one. Most of it is video packages hyping up Sunday. So now it's quality lifted the match. The colour commentary gave the match a boost. Blanchard 58, Michaels 55. No work improvements. We also own WCW, so if WCW come into the game universe, I'll design it so they're not called WCW, okay? A video plays hyping up their match for Sunday. And then we have this major 6-man tag. It's 74B minus. Mick Foley and Hart Foundation defeated The Undertaker and the Bulldogs in 9:30 when Mick Foley defeated David Boy Smith by a power driver. So Jim Cornette debuted during this match. So Paul Bear did some good work at ringside. Dominic Kidd and Jim Cornette a good pairing. Scottish rating of awful, not too bad. But yeah, so basically, Jim Cornette is going to be managing the Bulldogs. We've brought him in from Jim Crockett. Then a video plays hyping up the 2 out of 3 falls match. Then we have Kurt Hennig versus defeated Arn Anderson in 748 by pin for Henningplex. And that's quality for the match. Look, I'm just getting the match with boost. Arn Anderson 57, Hennig 63. I am going to be turning something off. I'm going to be turning off crowd control because I'm not very good at it. And I cannot get the hang of it. I'm afraid I'm going to have to do that. Also, I'm going to be turning off repeated match penalties. Because in WWE and wrestling in these days, you would get the same match about 6 or 7 times. But after that match, you see Arn Anderson celebrating his victory. And then Michaels and Dusty running and attacking him. So the match is hotting up ahead of their match Sunday night. In a 75B-, Adrian Adonis defeated Kevin Von Erich. And a good match, Adrian Adonis defeated Kevin Von Erich both on the door with the Adorable Dog. So he debuted his badass comments, got initial rating of below average. Clock on to match boost. Adonis 76, Kevin Von Erich 57. So he was a WWF champion on an exclusive pay-per-view appearance deal with WWF. I tried to sign him because he was a good, he's a good star. Jim Crockett Promotions got in there before me and signed him. And now, because we took over Jim Crockett Promotions, I was like having Luke and I'm having Adrian Adonis. And I brought in Jim Crockett Jr. As well. And I brought in Jim Cornette. They're the only people I brought in from the original company. And I also brought all the NWA belts with me. And I've also got rid of the end. I've also gone into the end, but I think there's still one I ain't got rid of. And changed all the belts around, so there's no NWA belts other than what's in this company. And the NWA Alliance is dead. But I don't think I've done it right. But I'll have a look after this and make sure. So that was a 75B-, not bad. In a 69C+, in a battle that had good heat and decent wrestling, Snooker defeated DiBiase in 808 by a pinfall of Superstar Flash after a distraction from Ricky Steamboat. Snooker and Ted DiBiase don't click, I know about it. Now it's quite a lifting match. Colour conjugate match boost, 59 for Snooker, DiBiase 63. No worker improvements. I thought we'd sell out the arena tonight, but obviously not. I think that's because, we got a video promoting Giant Haystacks, showing what he's done in, all the other promotions. In the 77 being above, had fantastic heat and great wrestling. Andre the Giant defeated Bun, and King on Bundy defeated Bob Orton Jr. and Terry Funk in 743, and King on Bundy defeated Funk by pinfall Big Splash. Colour conjugate match 68 for Bundy, 81 for Andre. Funk 76, 81 for Bob Orton, no worker improvements. I think our main event might suck, to be honest, and that's why the crowd's quite not as high as it should be. So in a battle that had superb wrestling and great heat, Jerry Lawler defeated Ricky Steamboat by pinfall with a apology after distraction from DiBiase, so he get DiBiase getting his own back. Lawler's getting better with his gimmick. Colour conjugate going to match a boost. Jerry Lawler's 74, Steamboat 82. The other one has a price storyline advance for segment. Worker improvements, no worker improvements, but 77B not bad. And 81B showing off the match. And that match gets an 89A, so I don't know what. So yeah, so in an exceptional match, Savage and Flair defeated Hogan and Dusty Rhodes in 1955 when Sunday Savage defeated Hulk Hogan by pinfall with a surprise cradle. Dusty Rhodes 89, Hogan 92, Ric Flair 91, and Randy Savage 95. The storyline has advanced for the segment and gained heat, and the Why You Here storyline has gained heat, and the main event did better than I thought it was going to do. But yeah, so we end the show with a humongous 84%, not bad at all. So ladies and gentlemen, I will see you on Sunday when we go live with our biggest show yet, Bound for Glory. We'll see you then, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, please take your seats as we are going to do Bound for Glory 1, the biggest night of the year. It's being held by Global Force Wrestling in front of 97 fans, people at the whatever hell field. I haven't got a clue how to say that, guys. Welcome back. We are here. Sorry about the very lackluster amped. So yes, we're now amped and it's ready. On the side somewhere. So yeah, we see a female singer in the ring with just a spotlight on her, so we can't see anything other than that. She sings the national anthem. I was thinking it might be Madonna, but I don't think Madonna would come and work for us on this night. Yeah, it's a bit early. So yeah, that's what's happening. So we've got that, and then once she's finished singing the national anthem, all the lights come on in the arena, and loads of fireworks go off, and we see a huge stage set with like video walls on there and stuff, and you see a load of fans really excited. Just give me a second. Are you doing some chips or anything? We could do for lunch, or some chicken or something. Sorry guys, we're trying to sort lunch out while she's in the kitchen. So yeah, Jim goes, welcome to the biggest night in global force snowling. Not only do we own NAAWA and now JCP, but tonight we have a buried alive match, a lethal lockdown, and a ladder match, and so much. Sit back and enjoy the next 4 hours of great wrestling action. Also, I think another company was, I can't remember what company it was, but it was a company, and they've been bought out by, I think it's Pacific something Wrestling, and they've been bought out by the WWF. So yeah, we're kind of taking people out. I've took more out in the WWF, but they've done that as well. So yeah, that's on. So Jess goes, wasn't the national anthem good? Good. The party's ready. I hope the fans enjoy the night of amazing action. Can't wait for the opening lethal lockdown match. And the boy goes, this place is so exciting. You see the fans are hotter in here than at WrestleMania 3. So let's get this lethal lockdown match underway. So yeah, we're opening up the night with the lethal lockdown. That gets a ATB. That's why it's not the main event. So in a battle for good wrestling and decent match in the crowd, Rhodes, Michaels and Hennig defeat the Four Horsemen, Arn, Anderson, Trulli, Blanchard and Ric Flair in a lethal lockdown match in 1950 when Dusty Rhodes defeated Arn Anderson by a pinfall with a Bionic Elbow. This match got the crowd hot. Ric Flair came out of it looking good. Flair 91, Trulli 61, Arn 58, Hennig 51, Michaels 55 and Dusty 89. No worker improvements. Michaels improved in performance. So yeah, basically it was about the brawl. I think it's because it was a brawl-based match, it wasn't that good. In a good match, Luger defeated Sergeant Slaughter in 15:33 by pinfall by using underhand tactics. Luger makes defense number 3 of the United States NWA United States bout. Colour commentary gave the match a boost, got the crowd higher. Sergeant Slaughter 74, Luger 66, no worker improvements. In a 61C, in a bout that had decent wrestling but didn't have much heat, Brian Pillman defeated Marty Jannetty by pinfall with a leaping lariat. Brian Pillman makes defense number 3 of the lightweight title. 61C, not bad. Now it's quality of the match. Colour commentary gave the match a boost. 46 for Marty, Brian Pillman 60. Not a bad match at all, guys. Show's going quite well. In a 78B, in a bout that had good wrestling and decent reaction from the crowd, the Freebirds defeated the Rock and Roll Express in 15 minutes and 17 when Haynes defeated Robert Gilbert by pinfall. The Freebirds makes defense number 5 of their AWA World Tag Titles. Colour commentary gave the match a boost. Gibson 64, Rocky Morton 63, Haynes 72, Terry Gordy 75. No worker improvements, but a good match nonetheless. And in a 79B, in an exceptional match, Andre the Giant defeated Adrian Adonis in 8 minutes 18 by a pin with a body slam. Adrian Adonis getting better with his gimmick. There was not enough selling on show. Colour commentary gave the match a boost. Adonis 80, Andre 84. No worker improvements, but an amazing show so far. 72B minus in a decent match. Nikolai Koloff defeated Scott Hall in 8-10 by a pin for the Russian Sickle. Koloff strained a bicep tear, not good. And that's in quality for match. Colour commentary gave the match a boost. Koloff 69, Scott Hall 53. No worker improvements. And we are going to be bringing back WCW World Championship Wrestling when I can. At the moment, it won't let me because I cancelled the deal with what it was on. So yeah, because I wanted to put it in the UK in places, but no, I couldn't do that. So in a decent match, Jeff Jarrett defeated Rocky Johnson in 8-17 by pinfall. And that's quality lifter match. Colour commentary gave the match a boost. Johnson 63, Jeff Jarrett 50. Worker improvements. Jeff Jarrett improved in performance. A 59C, not bad. In a 52D plus. In a poor match, the Phantom Sting defeated Sid Vicious in 14 minutes 56 by pinfall. The Phantom Sting makes defense number 3 of the AWA International Television title, and that's quality to match. Colour commentary gave the match a boost. Sid Vicious 37, Phantom Sting 52. Did think that match would be bad, but I thought it would put it further up the card. You know, in a decent match, Sabisco defeated Vader in 14:31 by pinfall. And that's quality to match. Colour commentary gave the match a boost. Sabisco 71, Vader 59. Vader improving in technical, 74B minus, not bad. And then Doink, in a poor match, Doink the Clown defeated Lance Von Erich in 10 minutes 44 by the pinfall the Northern Exposure. 45D, Doink the Clown sustained a torn ACL, oh dear. Now it's quality lift the match, colour commentary getting the match a boost. Doink the Clown 42, Lance Von Erich 39. No work improvements, 45D, not bad. And Doink was racing on drugs, so I'm going to probably have to send him to rehab. In a 71C plus in a decent match, the Midnight Express defeated Lightning Express and the Bushwhackers in 7 minutes 52. The Bushwhackers eliminated first, followed by the Lightning Express. Stan Lane and Bobby Eaton showed excellent chemistry teaming together. Now's quality lift the match. Colour commentary gave the match a boost. Tim Horner 52, Brad 56, Bobby 72, Stan Lane 67, Luke Williams 55, and Butch Miller 51. Stan Lane improved in Rumble, Miller in performance, Armstrong in Rumble, Armstrong in technical, and Horner in performance. Not bad at all, 71C plus. In a 58C minus, in a bout that had decent wrestling but didn't have much heat, Norman Smiley, Roy Brookside, and Eddie Guerrero defeated Owen Hart, Regal, and Giant Haystacks in 6:22 when Norman Smiley defeated Giant Haystacks by pinfall. Eddie Guerrero getting better with his gimmick, and that's quality to lift the match. Colour commentary gave the match a boost. Eddie Guerrero 48, Robbie Brookside 46, Smiley 44, Haystacks 45, Regal 54, Owen 64, Giant Haystacks improving in technical, and Brookside in Rumble. Not bad at all. 58C minus, not bad from those guys. In a 60C, these guys did better than I thought they were going to do. In a battle that had decent wrestling but didn't have much heat, The Undertaker defeated Mick Foley in 15:24 when Mick Foley was trapped. When he was buried alive, shall I say. The Undertaker made his defense number 11. He's the next gen title. The 60C plus, holy crap, these guys did good. Paul Bear did good work at ringside, and that's quality for the match. Colour commentary going to match a boost. Foley 53, Taker 53. No work improvements, but a good match nonetheless. 77B in a good match. Kevin Von Erich defeated Jimmy Snuka in 7 minutes 38 by pinfall the diving crossbody. Snuka is getting better at his gimmick. Now it's a quality of the match. Colour commentary gave the match a boost. Von Erich 55, Snuka 75. No worker improvements. That's 77B. In a 63C in a decent match, the Ultimate Warrior defeated Dutch Mantel in 8:29 by pinfall of Big Splash. The final guy I signed from Jim JCP with the contract I brought over. So he debuted as Cowboy against Scottish Reign of Average. Done what getting better his gimmick. The next quality match, Clock on going to match a boost. Mantel 63, Ultimate Warrior 47. No work improvements of 63C. Not bad. In an 86B plus, and above had superb wrestling and great heat. Ricky Steamboat defeated Teddy DiBiase in 20 minutes 16 at 2 falls to 1 after winning the first fall, with the final 4 happening by a pinfall, the falling karate chop. So it went to, so basically Steamboat got 1 fall, then Teddy DiBiase, and we all thought, oh no, but then both of them, then thank God Steamboat got a final pinfall. So Ricky Steamboat 82, Teddy DiBiase 79. Ricky Steamboat improving in Rumble. Everyone has a price. Storylines advanced, even though these storylines end tonight. And then we actually have this match. This match came after it. In a bout that had superb wrestling and good heat, the British Bulldogs defeated the Hart Foundation in 19 minutes 47 when Dynamite Kid defeated Bret Hart by submission after interference from Jim Cornette. The British Bulldogs make defense number 9 of their tag titles. Their Global Force tag titles, shall I say. 84B plus. This match did amazingly. Jim Dean Hart was the weak links trying to keep up with everyone else. Not bad. Dynamite Kid and Jim Cornette a good pair in the playoff each other well. Jim Dean Hart 65, Bret Hart 81, Dynamite Kid 84, Davey Boy 85. The tag team storylines have advanced and gained heat. Jim Dean Hart improving in technical. Not bad. And we move on to a 77B in a superb match. Jerry Lawler and King Kong Bundy defeated Terry Funk and Bob Orton Jr. in 8 minutes 30 when Jerry Lawler defeated Bob Orton Jr. by pinfall, illegally using the ropes for leverage. Colour commentary in the match a boost. Bob Orton Jr. 81, Funk 77, King Kong Bundy 70, and Lawler 74. No worker improvements. And then we get the main event. And it only gets a 78B. I don't know why that is. In an exceptional match, Randy Savage defeated Hulk Hogan in 25 minutes 26 when Randy Savage retrieved the item with help from Miss Elizabeth. Randy Savage makes defense number 4 of his Global Force Wrestling title. Randy Savage and Miss Elizabeth have great chemistry. This match got the crowd buzzing. Hulk Hogan 93, Randy Savage 94. No worker in Prim, so I don't know why we only got 78B. And then, yeah, Terry, okay, it was meant to be Randy Savage, ending the show. So Terry Funk comes out and attacks him. And we get an 81B, the increase of popularity in 22 regions. Oh, I'm gutted about that main event. But, you know, I think if it was a normal match, it would have done a lot better. I think it's because it was a ladder match. You know, I think we should have just gone for a normal match between them. I'm going to give it to Bret Hart, to be honest. I think Bret Hart did well. So we're going to be great, praised, and praised. So guys, I'll see you guys at the main title screen very shortly. And we'll show you what happened. And we'll show you how the world's looking now. You guys will see you in the main title screen very soon. Hello guys, welcome back. So yeah, I was really gutted about the main event. But I think it was because it was a ladder match. But we got a sellout crowd. And we got 0.35 buy rates on NTL and Cablevision. There were some matches on there which did better than I thought they would. This one, the Bulldogs could have main evented over Hogan. Tag titles main event, you know. We'll sort Doing the Clown out in a second. I'll show you what I'm going to do with him. Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling last night. So basically, Global Force Wrestling held GFW Bound for Glory in the Scalifo Field. We sold out with the crowd, but you know the feedback's been excellent. We were struck gold, so can't complain. Matt Bourne, I will find him for this one, and then we'll send him to rehab, and hopefully that will help him out. That's now if you look at my medical situation, because we're in the 1980s, so this was quite common, people on drugs. We got Doink in for 7 months. We've still got Mike Von Erich in for 7 months. Brian Knobs and Jerry Saxon left for 28 days. He's left for 28 days. The Iron Sheet's still got 8 days in rehab, so we'll be back next Monday, I think. No, it'll be next Tuesday. We'll be back, so we'll be back not next week, but the week after. And Roddy Piper's still got 47 days of his movie filming. But we got Amp tonight. We made quite a big loss last month because we did buy out the NWA. Now, I did forget to do the NWA World Title because I'm going to do that tonight. I decided that the show was too overloaded anyway, so I was going to do that tonight. I'm going to keep this open for now. But yeah. Basically, the game world is a lot less now. We've got a lot less companies. WWF, if I go to... Is it News Archive? Assassinates. I don't think it's on here, actually, which is annoying. What was the company called? But yeah, as you'll see, that's their titles they've got at the moment. But if I go to any status... They've got these belts. They've got the AGPW International Heavyweight, the AGPW North American Tag, and the AGP Thingamy Tag. If I filter this to any, we might be able to find it in here. There you go. The Atlantic Grand Prix was disbanded in 1987 by so that was taken over by WWF. We took over Jim Crockett. And we also took over American Wrestling Association. Okay, so that leaves, if we now go back to active, all these companies. Oh, see, these are all the companies in active at the moment. Because Continental Championship Wrestling was also taken by the WWF. I didn't know about that one in August. But yeah, so we have got that. We'll show you everything we've retrieved from the companies. So at the moment we've got active, we've got All Japan Pro Wrestling. As you can see, no longer part of the NWA. The NWA have ended. Any of the NWA belts this company had before, I have gone into the game and retired, so they do not use them. So these ones, they could have used them as their own belts, but I decided not to. So yeah, that's what's happened. At the moment, the biggest companies in the world are Federation, WWF, Global Force. I think New Japan's third, and then followed by All Japan. So they're the biggest companies in the world at the moment. So we've got quite an interesting world, you know. But we've got things like that. At the moment, if we go to company battles, we'll show you the top 10. So you've got WWF, Global Force, New Japan, All Japan, World Class Championship Wrestling, WCWA, EMML, which will become CML eventually, All Japan Women's Wrestling, UWF, ASAW, and JPW. So, Bob Gangle has made a new alliance. I don't know if that's the case. No, it isn't. But yeah, so according to that, he has. But yeah, so New Japan's on a rest period at the moment. But yeah, let's have a look at our company now. So we have got active belts. We've got the AWA International Television title, which is held by the Sting. The World is held by Dusty. Brian Pillman is the World Lightweight Champion. Tag Team Champions for them in the AWA are Terry Gordy, Michael Haynes. Global Force Wrestling Champion is still Savage. Undertaker is still the Next Gen Champion. Tag Team Champions are Davey Boy and Dynamite Kid. United States is Shawn Michaels. World Champion for Global Force is Dusty Rhodes, which is joined with the AWA one. NWA Jim Crockett Senior Cup, Memorial Cup, will be held at some point next year. United States Champion, and he looks incredibly like Edge in that picture, is Lex Luger. And then, of course, the NWA World Heavyweight Championship, which we haven't used yet. This is no longer going to be floating. I don't like floating championships if I'm doing the company. So it's going to be a mid-card bout like the other one. If we now go to retired, we have got the AWA World Women's title, the NWA United States Tag Team, the NWA United States Women, the NWA World Junior, the NWA World Six-Man Tag, the NWA World Tag Team, the NWA World Television, and the World Women's titles. So yeah, I didn't want those working. I didn't want those to be a part of the company, but we've got all the others active. As far as events go, we had all, as I showed you before, we had all of the specials for each month. I've got rid of them because I didn't want them, but we've kept AWA the Super Clash, which will become Global Force Wrestling Super Clash, which will become GFW. I'm going to change it to GFW Super Clash just because I did that with the other ones. But we still got Bunkhouse Stampede in January. Great American Bash is now in November. We're also going to be doing Halloween Havoc, which is our next pay-per-view. So our next 3 pay-per-views building up to the next big one is Final Revolutions. I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to do it now. So on Sunday, week 2 of November, we're going to be doing a special, which is called a special. It's going to be the GFW European Takeover. And we're going to go do an entire night, no angles, of just wrestling in Europe. That's basically the idea. It'll be about 3 hours and a half on pay-per-view. Because, of course, the language barrier will stop us from doing angles in Europe. So that's why we're going to do that. And then in January, this one will come back. This will be happening on Sunday, week 2 of January, before the Bunkhouse Stampede event, will be this event, which of course has been made dormant, but we'll activate it again. So that's when we next go to UK. As far as we're concerned, that didn't happen. That has been sorted, and that's been sorted. So the only thing I've got to sort out now is the lightweight division for January, but I've got 3 months to do that in. So ladies and gentlemen, we are going to leave it there today. But yeah, so we've took over a lot of people and everything else, and I will see you at the next episode, which tomorrow will be Falling Star, and then the day after that will be go back to the normal schedule with Global Force Wrestling. But guys, yeah, we are looking good. I think we're doing quite well. As far as our popularity is concerned, as you can see, I think we're getting close to moving to national. We've got 2 regions already. So we're getting close here. We've got a bit of work to do, but we'll get there. And because of our showing in England, our popularity in England is rising, as you'll see if we track the progress up. As you can see how we've improved across the board with the US, Canada, we're not doing too bad in. Mexico, we're not doing too bad in. But you see, British Isles, with slowly going up across the board in British Isles for rural popularity because of our showing out there on Channel 4. I do believe we've got So if you look, we're on. So Eurosports is showing out to which we don't get a lot of viewers on, but it's a late evening slot, which is good. On Channel 4, we're in late evening as well. But, we're on the USA Network. We're, look at these ratings, 5.7, 5.32. So we're getting some good ratings for people viewing. And then Cablevision and NTL for Europe and Cablevision for those. So, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. I will see you guys on the next live wrestling show from Global Force. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.